Hey people, all right, look, it's turn one still. And I made a mistake for you. I put all these polls up, all these questions that I asked you what you wanted to do, where do you want to move, guys, what's going on, what are we going to do with the interdiction and all these great things. Well, I thought that the 2-8, the 2nd Brigade, came in on the second turn, but it doesn't. It comes in on the first turn. So rather than go through an enormous exercise of creating another poll and adding it in and getting you guys to get off your asses and come in and vote again, I'm going to make two suggestions to you as to what we could do with the 2-8. If you look at the forces, these 7-6 units are particularly strong, right? And in fact, this one has even got a +1 on command. So that's a full 6 steps. This is 4 steps. The command value is a -3, not as high. But what I was thinking is that we can attach units to other brigades. So we could take this particular unit here, which is quite strong, and maybe take this guy, which is quite strong, even though it does have a slightly weaker command. Take these 2 battalions and transfer them over to the 1-8. And with the balance of the forces, with 2-8, we would then deploy them up here in the F1 area. Now, the white piece of paper is the edge of the map. Okay, let me just bring the camera up and back a little bit. And here's where the Soviets ended turn 1, and you've got this one company of from the 3-8 kind of, holding the line here. Now, they can't just scoot by and jump the river and run off the map, but what they can do is attack and push, force a retreat or whatever the case may be, and then attempt to cross the river. So with the remnants of 2-8 here, I was thinking we put these forces over here somewhere like so, with this guy being the reaction counterattack force, and this guy being perhaps here, or even here, and or here, and blocking this main cross. There's no bridge to cross over here, but if they were going to try and exit off here, this would be a good way to provide a modicum of defense here. You could even put this this battalion of tanks down here and allow it to move to support H1, which is where this is Gießen here, that's probably the primary area that the Soviets might try and exit. The Soviets have to choose where their primary exit is, and then they get a diminishing number of victory points for each sector further away from the sector they chose to exit from. So it makes sense to use this one because it's in the middle, and that will give you choices to go, either way, unless they're crafty and they set it down here or something like that. So if you guys are all good with that, pop your comments in on this YouTube video that'll be up in just a little bit. I'll be posting it straight up, but I would suggest that we do this, that we reinforce this here. These guys go over here. And if we don't do that, then I just knocked all of the combat support points for the Soviets. What I suggest we then do is bring 2nd Brigade into the H1 area and hold here. And that would be my suggestion, and then allow them to react as appropriate while you're moving these guys up, which is the plan anyway. So they have the 2 options. Split the deployment, put a slightly reduced force up here as a buffer with these guys in attack mode probably to race down here to support, or deploy here on the edge of H1, awaiting the opportunity to reinforce wherever the danger is the most. And just to give you a look at the battlefield, there it is. All right. Okay, I'm going to post this up for you, and I'll look forward to your comments, and we'll take them all under consideration. I just need option A, which is F1, or option B, which will be H1, and we'll go from there.